So what happened today morning? It was a major security scare. Two explosions rock the Air Force Station in Jammu region. Two back-to-back low-intensity explosions within a gap of 5 minutes at the high-security technical area. Two Air Force personnel have also received minor injuries. A statement has been released by the Indian Air Force. So first blast takes place at 1:37 a.m. Second blast then takes place at 1:42 a.m. One explosion causing a minor damage to the roof of a building while another bomb exploded on the ground. Meanwhile, the NIA has begun the investigation and the case is being treated as a terror investigation. Sources say that all angles are being looked into, including the possible terror angle. However, the theory that drone may have come from international border is still unlikely because it cannot go undetected from the border. Did it happen within the surrounding areas? So agencies are exploring all theories, including an air balloon theory. The Jammu Police has registered an FIR under the sections of UAPA and Explosives Act. NSG team has also reached the spot and of course the area is now being monitored.
NSG team has just arrived here at Jammu Air Force Station and the NSG team is right now entering inside the Air Force Station. The probe is being widened now. All angles are being probed and NSG has also been roped in. A short while ago we saw that that NIA team had reached here at the Air Force Station and now NSG team has arrived at the Air Force Station. You can see that the vehicle is entering inside the Air Force Station. So all angles are being probed as far as this case is concerned. With video journalist Iraj Kumar, this is Sunil Bhatt reporting from Jammu for India Today.
That what happened yesterday in the Air Force Station, Satwari, is a balloon attack, balloons fitted with IEDs. But from where they have been launched, who launched them, whether they came across the IB and did it, or again, matters of investigation.
जम्मू के हालात को जिस तरीके से खराब करने की ऐसा लगता है कि एक साजिश की जा रही है जिसकी हम कड़ी मजम्मत करते हैं। न केवल एक आतंकवादी को पकड़ा गया है, एक्सप्लोसिव उससे बरामद हुए हैं। ये आतंकवादी जम्मू में कैसे पहुंच रहे हैं, ये एक बहुत बड़ा प्रश्न चिन्ह है सरकार के ऊपर, प्रशासन के ऊपर और अभी टेक्निकल एयरपोर्ट के ऊपर भी जिस तरीके से हमला हुआ है, ये बहुत ही निंदनीय है।
This was a low intensity two attacks. One went onto the building, one went onto a ground area. Two Air Force personnel seem to have suffered minor injuries. Now, we have to analyze how this has happened just days after something happened in Srinagar.
Definitely there's a need to be alert and Raksha Mantri ji has already inquired on the incident from the Vice Chief of Air Staff and forensic team and the bomb disposal teams have already reached the site. In fact, it is also reported that probably two drones were used. Definitely, I think we need to be alert on this aspect of the drone and the security and protection of the sensitive areas. Installation is very important.
So while all angles are being explored, what is the initial assessment of these explosions? Initial assessment is suggesting that the damage to the roof there at the Air Force Station suggests it's possibly an aerial attack or a drone attack. Now, the attack has taken place near the hangars, which means the helicopters and aircrafts parked inside the station could have been possible targets. However, no damage to any equipment has been reported. Initial inputs are suggesting that the shaped charges were used for the explosions. What is a shaped charge? It is basically an explosive charge which is shaped to focus on the effect of the explosive's energy. In a drone case, for example, it could have been an arrow shape and pointed downward, so the explosive effect was focused downward against the buildings that were being targeted. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has spoken to Vice Air Chief and Air Marshal H.S. Arora about these explosions. A high-level special investigation team of the Indian Air Force has reached the Jammu Air Base. In view of the situation clearly of what happened at Jammu, Ambala, Pathankot and Avantipura Air Force stations have now been put on a high alert. So could this be possibly a first kind of its attack in India in the manner in which these low-intensity IEDs were possibly dropped from a drone at the Indian Air Force base in Jammu? The theory is coming in because Pakistan, to give you a background, has been using drones for the supply of arms and ammunition, even to terror networks in Punjab and, of course, in Jammu and Kashmir. Interestingly, both India and Pakistan have used drones mainly for surveillance. In fact, the IED drones have been used by ISIS famously for many years now in the Middle East. But this just could be possibly the first drone attack on a defense establishment in India. The quadcopter drones has 4 high-torque motors. Let me explain it to you, because that powers each of the 4 propellers which help it fly. There's a computer positioning system that helps these drones maneuver. The cameras can track the drone by reflecting the light of its markers. Now, a drone can flawlessly perform acrobatic movements, launch through tight spaces without error, and if goes undetected, that is what makes it more lethal. There are battery-operated drones that have cameras, can be flown for a couple of miles at a time, costing just a few thousand rupees, therefore inexpensive, easily accessible. So why is it that the IED drones are raising an alarm with regard to the Jammu attack? First, these drones avoid traditional security measures and therefore can often go undetected. The operator remains behind cover. It is an unmanned vehicle and the operator is elsewhere, even kilometers away. The attacks are carried out from a position of clearly safety and remote controlled. However, otherwise looking small, these drones can drop explosives, ammunition, weapons, and with exact great accuracy within the kilometer range. They are, of course, relatively quiet and very hard to spot. The operator is able to film this whole attack also via its cameras, tracking, and later can be used for propagandas. The drones, of course, are relatively inexpensive, cheap, and can be reused if, of course, not caught by the border security force.